Now that we're on day 3, technically, of living in our Airstream, we have a confession. We've been kind of busy working on getting to Georgia, and so therefore it's been a few days since we've had a shower. Well, 3 to be exact. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Daniel.
For a decade, we pursued the American dream of owning our own business. After a lot of hard work and a little bit of luck, our little company turned into a successful enterprise.
If you were looking at us from the outside, you saw the big house, the nice cars. We had all of the cool stuff. Then in 2019, we watched a documentary on minimalism, and it changed our lives. We decided to sell everything, except for the company, of course, and travel the globe.
Then 2020 happened.
The pandemic has exploded to well over 250,000 cases worldwide.
Every major city in the world has American tourists trying to figure out how to get home before it becomes impossible to do so.
We were in Africa when COVID-19 exploded across the globe, and we ended up having to take a U.S. rescue flight home. Needless to say, we're pretty happy to stay on American soil for a little while. But sitting still really is not our thing.
We've always loved exploring locally. More than ever, our country and our small businesses need us to shop locally. And we wanted to do our part to make a difference.
So, we've launched a 365-day, 50-state tour to shop 100% American-made and as local as possible. And we're doing it all in an Airstream.
We're all new to this RV lifestyle, but after researching ways to travel the country safely, we decided this would be the best fit for us. So we decided to go all in on that RV life.
But it's really our hope as we share our adventures with you that you'll be inspired to get out there and create memories of your own in our beautiful country. We want to inspire you to wander local too. So, if you hadn't had a shower in 3 days, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't think that a 5-minute shower would be adequate. It would take a little more time, but about 75% of the way through my maybe 10-minute shower, Daniel let me know that apparently I'd used the gray water tank to about 75%. He's not happy about this because what that means is for the first time ever, he has to empty the tank.
So one of us decided to take an hour-long shower, and what that means is that all the tanks fill up. So I was putting this off until I could get some rubber gloves, but I've just got these kind of like squishy gloves for some of the other things. But unfortunately, I can't wait to get the rubber gloves because literally the tanks are filled. I'm not going to call anybody out on that, but it's not me, so process of elimination, I'll let you use your imagination. So here we are with this rubber shit hose. And there's something here. I don't really remember all the instructions. I just remember there's a cap, and hopefully it doesn't explode in my face because that would be a bad day. This should go. Isn't that fun? Okay, let's just pretend that's good. Maybe put that there to hold it. I don't know. Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you feeling like this is going to work?
I feel like it's a 50-50 shot at this point. Well, that says tank flush. I think I need another hose. But there's only one spigot, though. So what do I do if there's only one spigot and I need to run a second hose? This hose and then connect. So I disconnected the freshwater hose from the main line, the spigot, and then I connected this gray black tank hose. My assumption is that there is a valve there to release the Kraken. So I'm assuming when I turn on the water, I can open the valves and it should start to flush everything through that red pipe down there. This is not your typical attire that I would recommend for this type of procedure, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm not covered in it, but if I am, there's a lake close by that I can run and scream and jump in just in case things go sideways, because I'll probably end up doing that. Hear that noise? That is a sweet, sweet sound of some sewer water, and that makes me happy. That means I did something right today, and that was not that hard, honestly. Probably go check the tank levels. Luckily, we have an Airstream Classic, and there are a million sensors, which is amazing. So it'll tell you the water levels of each one of the tanks: gray tank, black tank, white tank, fresh tank, drinking water tank, what do you want to call it? So we probably want to check the meter to see what the levels are now that we've drained everything. Alright, I just drained the waste tank, which is called the black tank, and I can see that, and I know that I've done that because it's at 0% on the meter. The gray water tank is still at 75%. That comes from the shower, so that's what I technically needed to drain because Lauren was taking long showers. So that's the valve next to the one that I just drained. So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna close the waste valve, I'm gonna open the gray water tank valve. This is the gray tank, and from now on, I'm gonna call this Lauren's tank because, well, if you take long showers, you get a valve named after you. That's how it goes down. And I should just be able to pull. And there we go. The gray tank is empty. Yes. Not gonna brag or anything, but knock this one out of the park. As you can now see, waste tank or black tank is empty. The gray water tank is at 0%. So I've managed to drain both the tanks successfully. And if I can do it as a newbie with zero experience with RVs, then you should be able to as well. Also purchased this water filter at the Airstream dealership before we left because who doesn't like filtered water? So that comes in handy. And there we go. And guess who doesn't have to run screaming and jumping in the lake right now? This guy. And I'd call that a win. And you know what the best part is about this whole process? At this point, only one of us has showered in the last couple of days. Next up, me, and I'm super pumped about that. I took a 5-minute shower and it was 3.1%. Lauren took a shower, she got out, it was at 78%. I mean, you do the math. That's a lot of 5-minute showers sequentially, back to back, for a long period of time.
Well, I got a tank named after me. But all in all, I am so thankful that wasn't worse. Tanks officially flushed.